Are you ready to listen to my dad Joe and Uncle Justin talk about sports? Now on with the show.
The Joe Mays and J-Raff Show is brought to you by Mays Sandwich Shop, which have been serving the greater West Lawn area delicious food for over 70 years.
So get ready! I mean, get ready! Are you ready for some football?
You are listening to the Joe Mays and J-Raff Show. A weekly podcast about sports since 2011. With a focus on football. Now, here are your hosts, Joe Mays and Justin Raffoff.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Joe Mays and J-Raff Show. I am one of your hosts, Joe Mays, and here with me tonight, as always, is my co-host, Justin Raffoff.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
We're here for episode 414 of the program. Justin, we celebrated 14 years about a month ago,
That's
which
crazy.
is kind of crazy to think about. Last week, for episode 413, my now 12-year-old daughter, who is younger than the program, was on the show for her third or fourth appearance. We did pro football trivia, which was a lot of fun, although we were humbled a little bit.
There were
we made some mistakes.
There were some that we got that were like great. And then there were others where it's like,
we should have known that. The one that hurts the most is still the Kajana Carter one. I don't know why I was had convinced myself that he went second overall, not first overall. That is a glaring oversight that we will never live down. But anyways, we're back with a little bit, it's the off season in terms of football, Justin. We're not in baseball season yet. So there's a little bit of a downtime, especially considering March Madness hasn't kicked off and the Flyers are terrible.
Yeah.
So are the Sixers this year. Hadn't been really able to say that the last handful of years.
Right.
But this year, not good.
No. And they're actually at the point where they need to keep losing.
Both teams.
Yes. Yeah.
Both teams need to keep losing. So not a lot to talk about. Justin and I didn't really discuss if we were going to play any college football or not because the new game came out on the new systems. So we haven't tackled that discussion yet. So
I know your dad's dying to know.
Well, I don't know if he's going to like tonight's show because it's a little bit more modern anyway. So I listed as viral social media sports questions, which some of it kind of is. It's found across Instagram and TikTok, but there's also these things called filters that we can use to answer some of these questions as well. I didn't want to put that out there because I'm not sure many people understood what I was saying if I called them filters, but we're going to run through some questions that are posed to content creators that create these viral sports challenges or whatever you want to call them, just for something to do here in the offseason as we await free agency to kick off this week in the NFL and then the draft in about 6 weeks. Just have some time to kind of do whatever we want. So we did the trivia with Natalie last week. We're going to try this evening. I have no idea if it's going to work because, as always, what the show is known for is always tech problems. One popped up yesterday as I was getting ready for the show with my one monitor. Had to tackle that, and now I've got stuff all over the floor here in the studio trying to figure out what was going on with that. And, of course, the way I want to present this show by mirroring my iPhone screen, I can't do because my iPhone is so old that the connector port no longer functions. I only can charge it via the wireless charging on the back. So I can't mirror my screen. So I have to take a video of my screen. I don't know how well that's going to go, but we're going to give it a try, and we're going to see what happens here. So I think up first, we are going to try to tackle one of these filter ones here. And for those of you that are like, what is he talking about? I think you'll understand once we dive in and start doing it. You'll get what we're doing. So I'm going to pull up the original version of the one we're talking about, so you can get. I'm not going to play sound on these videos because I can't control what they say.
Right.
So if they're going to start swearing, I don't want that to be a part of the show. So I'm going to pull up now this first one. This is a defensive filter. This is from Orthomers 2009 on TikTok. And if you're watching it, what we're going to try to do here is create an all-time great defense. So the filter is going to run through players, all like incredible talents, but you're trying to pick the best of the best. A lot of them are Hall of Famers. Many of them are going to be Hall of Famers. And we have to pick out 11 starters, 6 subs, and then we can skip a certain amount of time. After that, we're done.
Right.
So the whole point is can you do it without running out of skips? Like
Right.
you have to be selective, you
Right.
know. And you can see what he's running through right now. You see the names that have come up for him: Myles Garrett, Deacon Jones, Richard Dent, Chuck Howley, Troy Polamalu, Reggie White, J.J. Watt, Jack Lambert. So they're big names.
Yep.
So Justin and I are going to try our hand at it and see what happens. That's what here you can see my phone is ready to go here. I'm going to pull up the filter and we're going to give it a try. It's going to obviously, it's only going to appear for me while we're doing this, but we'll see what we can do. And Justin and I will have an open discussion of how we want to do this. So let's give this a try. You get up to 10 minutes, and I'm going to pull up another view of it. So, all right, let's give this a try now. Here we go. All right, so Justin, our first... Okay, so we get to choose a level. We get easy, 12 skips, medium, 7 skips, hard, no skips, or random. I don't know what you're feeling right now.
Ooh, see, man, that's a big gap between 12 and 7.
Right.
Like,
do you want to start on easy and see where we get?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start on easy. All right, choose our strategy. Oh, okay, so we can choose. Well, let's go defense because that's what I previewed. I would say, what do you think? 4-3 probably, or do you want to go with nickel? It's all time.
I want to
so,
go 4-3.
Okay, let's do 4-3. I think that's what he may have done. All right, we're going to do a 4-3 defense. So let's get started here. All-time great NFL 4-3 defense. The first person we get is Lawrence Taylor. Pretty obvious keep.
Yes.
And we're going to throw him we're just going to throw him at one of the outside linebacker spots. Ronnie Lott. They have him classified as a cornerback. I thought he played more safety, but I feel like Ronnie Lott is a pretty good pull as well.
I agree.
So we're keeping or we're using him as a sub. We're not skipping. So where do you think he should go? See, the hard thing is we don't know who's all on the filter.
Right.
We have no idea. I know Darrelle Revis is on here. I know Deion Sanders is on here.
I'd put him out there.
You put him out there at one of the corners?
Yeah, I would.
All right, I'll go with corner. I thought he played a lot of safety, but okay. I don't know a lot about Mike Haynes. I believe he's led the NFL in interceptions. He played for the Raiders, was in the NFL from 76 to 89, and he's a Hall of Famer as of 97. Great player. I don't know a lot about him.
Yeah.
So, do you want to bench him or do you want to skip him?
I don't really know enough about him to keep him. That doesn't mean he's not good, like you said, but let's skip him.
Okay, so we're going to skip. That's our first skip. We got Lawrence Taylor again. We get a free skip for that, thankfully. Next up, we get Myles Garrett. So in the news, today?
The Browns would keep him, right?
New contract. Browns are keeping him. So what are we doing with him, though, Justin? I feel like there's too many great players for us to start him. I know Orthomer started him, but
right.
This is us.
I think he goes on the bench, though.
Okay, we'll put him at... okay, here we go. All right, so we'll put him on the bench. Sean Taylor. So we need 2 safeties.
Yep.
He had a very short career. He looked like he was going to be one of the best ever, though, as it started.
Right.
But he did only have, 4 seasons. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I think we're taking it at those 4 seasons, though. So
right.
I put him. I start him.
You start him.
I
mean, he was one of my favorites coming out of the U.
And I don't see are we for sure going to get 2 guys who I'm like, oh, absolutely, I would
way
pick him
better
over Sean Taylor?
So here's one that I think is too early to call because of the other guys that are on this filter. Right. Fred Warner. I wish you could see this a little bit better. Right. It's not really focused.
it's one of those. This is a little bit of my Eagles bias coming through. I think Fred Warner is one of the better players right now. I don't list him as a great of all time right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
sure. I'm with you.
If he retired today, is Fred Warner a Hall of Famer?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Well, because Patrick Willis is just getting in, right? And I feel like Patrick Willis is better than him. So I think we're going to skip.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Denzel Ward. Like, it's still too early in his career. I don't even, like, he's not a Hall of Famer to me right now.
No, I agree. Oh, gosh, a couple skips in a row.
Yeah. Same thing. Jair Alexander.
I think I'd take Ward over Jair Alexander.
Man, it's getting a little. All right, Mike Haynes comes up again. So I know Darrelle Revis is in here, and I know Deion Sanders is in here. Are we going to pull him though?
Right.
Do we skip Mike Haynes again though? We could put him on the bench.
Put him on the bench. That way
we're
not using a skip.
Yeah. All right, Michael Strahan, defensive end, 15-year career, Hall of Famer.
I mean,
we already have Garrett on the bench. Well, we have two starters open.
I'd put him at a starter then, and I don't know. I kind of put him like kind of around the same there, but
okay, free skip. So if you got him a second time, you get to skip him again. Good. Ted Hendricks, linebacker, 1990 Hall of Famer, played for the Colts. Played in the NFL for 15 years, 69 through 83. Another one I don't know a lot about. I mean, obviously a Hall of Famer. Pretty big deal, but I feel like I need to skip him.
I agree.
Richard Dent, a Super Bowl MVP, a Hall of Famer, 14-year NFL career, big-time player for the 49ers. So I'm okay keeping him, but it means that we would have to skip players like Reggie White.
Right, yeah, which I don't want to skip. But I don't know. I don't know that we'll pull them.
Now those sub spots. Well, so actually, you're not limited by just shoving these guys where they're listed at.
Okay.
We can put Richard Dent on the bench if we want to.
Okay.
But we don't have to. We can also just skip him. See what happens.
What do you think?
Because I know what else is out there, I feel like he's a skip.
I agree.
Joey Bosa, he's classified as a linebacker, but again, I feel like too early, like not enough.
Yeah.
Not compared to what else is on here. Okay, free skip, thankfully. Chuck Howley, I feel like this is probably a keep.
Yeah.
I saw him inducted into the Hall of Fame.
That's cool.
2 years ago. He was a big-time linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys, played 16 seasons, I think it was, 15, 16 seasons. Wears a great number. So I feel like, do we want to start him or do we want to put him on the bench?
I would put him on the bench.
All right, but we'll get Chuck Howley on there. LT already had. That's a free skip. We only have 5 skips left. Okay, speaking of people I don't know,
right?
Another Colt. It looks like.
Yeah.
Gino Marchetti. Hall of Famer 72. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame 12 years before we were born. Played from 52 to 66. I know nothing about him. I feel like we have to skip him. Oops.
Glad we picked easy.
Yeah. Merlin Olsen. Okay, I have heard of Merlin Olsen. I know he was a fantastic defensive tackle for the Rams. Played 15 seasons. I feel like we don't have any defensive tackles yet. I feel like we need to take him, and we're going to start him. Man, another one I don't know. Hall of Famer the year we were both born.
No.
Willie Brown, 63 to 70. I don't know anything about him, unfortunately. See, this is one where we go, okay, we should make a list of the guys we need to learn more about.
Right, yes.
Cam Hayward, great player for the Steelers. Is he going to be a Hall of Famer, though?
Right, I agree.
I don't think so. So I feel like we have to skip him. We're in trouble here, Justin. We need to... We got Ronnie Lyon. We're already so it's a free skip. He's already playing for us.
Gotta take him
against my wishes, but no, you have to take him. Buck Buchanan, Hall of Famer in 1990, played at least for the Chiefs for parts of 63 through 75. again, another guy I just don't know anything about. These guys from the 60s and 70s. This is when I wish my dad was around, or was paying attention. I know he would have jumped in on Chuck Howley, but I already know enough about Chuck Howley to take him at least for our bench. I don't know anything about Buck Buchanan, but we only have 2 skips left. He is in the Hall of Fame, so we could throw him on our bench.
I throw him on the
bench. Him on the bench. All right, Buck Buchanan on the bench. We got Merlin Olsen already. That's a free skip. Minka Fitzpatrick, I don't know enough.
No.
Like compared to some of these other guys that are out there.
Exactly.
We're running low. We only got 1 skip left. Oh, Dexter Lawrence, another current guy. He's no way he stacks up to some of these guys in this filter. Absolutely not. No skips. Okay, thank the Lord.
Yes,
we will take Jack Ham 100%.
Chris Jones.
I'm okay with taking Chris Jones. I'm okay taking Chris Jones. Oh, okay. So I wish I could have thrown Chris Jones maybe at end because I like Bob Lilly too. I know he was a great Cowboy in the 60s and 70s. I think he's a guy that we could make use of. But we don't have any skips, so let's put him at this like Joker position here. All right, I'm happy about this. Super Bowl MVP Jake Scott for the Miami Dolphins. He's our second safety with Sean Taylor. Oh, we got a free skip on Dexter Lawrence there. Come on.
Derwin James at corner?
Well, we can put him at safety on the bench.
Okay.
We already got Michael Strahan. Come on, give me Reggie Whites. We already took Myles Garrett on our bench.
Chuck
Bednarik.
But we don't have spaces.
Okay, so we have to put him somewhere. I guess we're putting. I mean, I'm okay with him on the team. We could shift Lawrence Taylor down there.
I didn't know you could move the guys around.
I can't do it after the fact. But Lawrence Taylor might, because I think the Giants played a 3-4 when he was playing outside linebacker. So he probably would be more of like a rush end anyway. So him and Bednarik can flip flop there. We need a cornerback or a safety. All right. Well, we got J.J. Watt, so we can throw. We'll have to throw Derwin James out there. So it didn't go as well as the Orthomers one that I pulled up. He did fantastic, but it's the luck of the draw. That's what these are about. So, but it also tells us that we've got a few guys that we need to learn about.
Yes.
For sure.
It would also help us with the trivia questions that we get from
right. So I wish that focus better. It's hard for everyone to see, unfortunately. But I was calling them out. So that is our first attempt at that filter. We're going to move on and try something a little bit different now. It's more trivia-like. Maybe we'll come back to a filter later on. But for the time being, we're going to move on to... Let's turn that off. Conserve my battery. So, Justin, let's try this one. This one down here.
Okay.
So... hold on. We're going to start that one over. I'm going to turn the volume on just so we can hear it initially. All right.
In the history of the NFL, there have only been 19 wide receivers ever catch 15 touchdowns in a single season. 3 strikes in a route. Name all 19.
So there you go.
Okay.
19 times, and they give us a hint. We're in the bottom left screen here for those watching. 19 times receivers have caught 15 or more touchdowns in a season. They have a hint for us with the logo of the team. Now we're gonna have to do this because I can't. They've already done this,
right?
And they're jumping out and they can call out whatever they want. I have no idea who they're gonna start with, but let's see if we can name them.
Touchdowns in a season.
So my guess is
I've got one of them already.
So the 2 49er ones would be my guess is Jerry Rice and Terrell Owens. That would be my guess.
I feel like who are you going to guess other than that? Over those guys is what I mean. So those would be my guesses there.
And Randy Moss is the Patriots.
Randy Moss is the Patriots one.
This, I'm guessing, is Marvin Harrison?
That would be my guess.
Okay.
That would be my guess.
Rams. Did Kupp get over 15 a few years ago?
15 is a lot.
Right, but he led the league in 2021, right? Didn't he?
I think he did.
Did he win the Triple Crown that year?
I think he did or had a shot at it.
But the only other thing is you could go back to Kurt Warner, was that Torrey Holt or Isaac Bruce?
Mm-hmm. With one of those.
So, but I'm going to go Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
Because even though that was the greatest show on turf and they put up a lot of offense, the modern offenses
also spread it around, too.
True. Because they also had the guy that Adam used to always destroy me with on Madden. What was his name? Azakir
Yes.
Shakir.
Yes.
You know who I'm talking
Yeah, but they also had
Marshall
just had
Faulk.
Marshall Faulk.
Yeah. So I think one of the 49ers is Rice or Owens. Randy Moss is the Patriots. I think it'll be Marvin Harrison for the Colts. I think it'll be Cooper Kupp for the Rams. So there's 3 different Packers on here.
Okay.
So is one of them Sterling Sharp? Did he get to 15? Is it Devontae Adams? Is it Jordy Nelson? Is it Donald Driver? Is it Javon Walker? Remember that one year that Javon Walker had a crazy season?
Yeah.
So who do you think the Packers could be?
I feel like Adams is one of them.
Devontae?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think any of the guys with Favre, like Walker or Driver?
So I was thinking Driver.
Okay. I agree with Devontae. I think one of them is going to be Devontae.
Yeah, so I think Devontae Adams is one. I would maybe go. Oh man, I would probably go with Driver as one.
So Adams, Driver. See, I feel like it might have been Sterling Sharp.
Could be
over Javon Walker, Jordy Nelson.
I agree.
Greg Jennings.
Oh man,
this is tough. So
Rodgers had so many.
And here's what's wild: 2 for the Chiefs. One of them's got to be Tyreek, right?
You would think.
This is also terrifying to me.
The Dolphins.
I don't know who that Dolphin is going to be.
There's not a single Eagle on that list.
Right. 15. I mean, you're essentially, especially if this is modern, it's 1 per game. If it's older than that, it's more than 1 per game.
Well, that's like the thing I've been seeing, like with, like when Reggie White had so many sacks in a 12-game season. Like, it was,
yeah. Okay, so also, who's the Steeler? Is it Antonio Brown?
It could be Antonio Brown.
That's my first thought. I mean,
like the thing with
Santonio Holmes.
See, I like the guys that were way back in the day. They were good. Like,
but were they getting?
Swan was good, but 15 passing touchdowns in the 70s is absolutely absurd.
Cowboys. I don't think that was T.O. I think T.O. is one of the 49ers. T.O. may have gotten it with the Eagles if he hadn't gotten hurt, possibly.
Right.
I don't think it's CD. Could it be Dez? Or are we going back to Michael Irvin?
See, I feel like it's more likely Michael Irving.
Lions got to be Megatron, right? That's got to be Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
Who's the second chief? If we're assuming one of them is Tyreek Hill, like, is it like Dwayne Bowe?
See, I feel like he was okay, but
right. Did he ever get to 15 touchdowns? Well, and also, wasn't there a long time that the Chiefs hadn't thrown a touchdown to a wide receiver? That was a thing, right? In like the early 2010s.
So are they all wide receivers, or is it?
Yes, it says name the wide receivers 15 plus touchdowns in a single season.
Because, like, Kelsey or.
No, they specifically said wide receivers.
Right, exactly. That's why I didn't know if it was receiving touchdowns or wide receivers.
The second chief one's going to be hard. The Browns. Who's catching 15 plus touchdowns for the Browns?
I know.
Like, is this with Brian Sipe at quarterback? Like, how far back are we going here? Panthers. So Panthers, I'm guessing Steve Smith.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Sneaky Muhsin Muhammad.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking Steve Smith. Bengals, it's got to be Jamar Chase, right?
That's who I'm picking.
Vikings, it's Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Another Packer. Falcons, is it Roddy White? Is it Julio?
I would say Julio. But I don't know.
And is the Dolphins Tariq? See, I don't think Tariq got to 15.
I know. 15's a lot.
Right. Like but did he even do it for the Chiefs? Like, is he on here at all? But if it's not Tyreek Hill for the Dolphins, I mean, you could talk about Mark Clayton or Mark Duper. The only other person I can possibly think of is Chris Chambers. All right, so unfortunately, the only way we can figure this out is to watch the video.
Right.
They tend to have salty mouths, so for anyone that doesn't want to be playing this around a child or anyone that doesn't want to hear this, I'm sorry, but we're going to push play and we're going to listen to some of these answers now, and Justin and I are going to talk about it. I'll try to keep it low so that Justin and I can talk over it. So let me, actually, I'm going to turn this down and see what happens here. All right, let's give it a listen, and Justin and I will chime in. We kind of covered everything. Browns, I don't have a guess on. I have no idea who it would be for the Browns. Packers, we threw out a bunch of names, and I'm not certain who it's going to be for the Dolphins.
So here, before we start it,
okay, so you
do
want
you
to run
think
through?
there's going to be anyone on the list that we don't know?
I really don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I mean, it'll be all 19 will be names we have heard of.
Okay.
I think I
Okay.
can guarantee. But the Browns one though, it really does throw me off. That maybe I'm not sure. But so again, we're going Terrell Owens and Jerry Rice for the Niners, Randy Moss for the Patriots, probably Marvin Harrison's for the Colts. So I guess it could sneaky be Reggie Wayne, but I think it's going to be Marvin Harrison. LA Rams, I'm going Cooper Kupp. I know Justin and I did talk about the Greatest Show on Turf guys as well, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, but I think it's going to be Kupp. One of the Chiefs, I feel like I'm going Tyreek Hill. I don't know who the other Chief's going to be. We threw out a lot of names for the Packers. I think Sterling Sharp, Donald Driver, and Devontae Adams are going to be our 3 picks. Steelers, I think we should go Antonio Brown. Cowboys, are we doing Michael Irvin?
I'm going with her.
Michael Irvin. And then Lions has to be Calvin Johnson, Megatron.
Right.
Not sure on the second Chief. Not sure on the Browns. Really don't know who that's going to be. Panthers, I think we're going Steve Smith. Bengals, that's Jamar Chase. Vikings, that's Justin Jefferson. We went over the Packers already. Falcons, we're going to go Julio.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go Julio Jones. And Dolphins, oh my gosh. I just don't know I don't think Tyreek got to 15.
Well, Dan Marino, man, he threw a ton of touchdowns.
He
So,
did.
like,
So
it
we're going
very
Mark
easily could be-
Duper
I would
or
go
Mark
with,
Clayton.
I would
One
go,
of the Marx brothers.
I would go with Mark Clayton.
Okay, let's
honestly.
go Mark Clayton for the Dolphins. All right, let's give it a listen now, see what happens here. It is a long video. We're going to talk it through. Here we go.
Single season.
I feel like there's some. I feel like you're missing somebody. Could be wrong.
Do you have to call out the team?
All right, fine then.
Go ahead, Tony.
J-Raff.
Yep.
Randy.
Oh yeah. If they done it 15 twice, their highest season. So if they had 18 one time and 15 on a different team, they're 18.
All right, so we're 2 for 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Only wide receivers, right?
Correct.
Okay, Tyreek Hill, Chiefs.
Correct.
Okay,
Okay,
so
we got
Tyreek
one.
did get it for the Chiefs.
I see. Okay. Let's go Marvin Harrison with the Colts.
Okay,
Okay, we
we're
got
4
that
for
one.
4.
Packers.
A lot of Packers.
A lot of Packers. Devontae's got to be one of them.
Gotta be.
Yeah, he had like a 19, didn't he, or something?
I think it was 18.
All right, so Devontae Adams
We
is
got,
one of
we
the
got
Packers.
that one.
So we're 5 for 5.
Packers.
Cooper Cup. That was Scurry.
Correct.
Cooper, it is
Yes,
Cooper Cup.
yes.
All right, we are 6 for 6.
Calvin Johnson, not really a touchdown guy, but he was one time.
15 touchdowns.
7 for 7.
Yes.
Almost 2,000 yards in his
Yeah.
time.
AB.
Antonio? Correct.
8 for
Okay.
8.
No.
All right,
Ooh, I missed that one.
I mean,
What did they?
AB.
Antonio? Correct.
Stevie Smith.
Oh,
Oh.
it's not Steve Smith.
No.
All right, take the layup.
I mean, was he that good?
Yeah, sadly.
Greg Olson's pretty good.
Damn.
Wait.
Mushi Muhammad
Final answer?
for the Panthers? Yeah.
Correct.
Ah, it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
Musin
yeah.
Muhammad.
Everyone gets mad that we say his name wrong. Apparently,
It's Mushin or what?
it's like
It's Musin.
Say it the same. I have no idea.
Mushin or something. I don't know.
Mushin.
It's
Nah.
like-
The thing that bothers me though, they talked about Greg Olson. Greg Olson's a tight end. It
Right,
clearly
right.
says wide receivers.
Right.
Because if we're bringing tight ends into that opens up things for a few other teams.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm going just by wide receivers.
Some-
I think it's Moosin. Like the
Moosin?
H. The
Now you're
H.
just mushing it.
Yeah, we mushing that shit.
All right, so they 2, 4, 6, 8. So we're 8 for 9. Though we did mention Musin Muhammad. It could be him
Yes,
over
yes,
Steve Smith.
yes.
So I don't count it as a
And-
win, but
Right.
Back to Nick.
Go down your Packer alley.
I'm thinking about
Got it. Got her.
Fucking cheesehead.
Big Christian Watson rookie year.
no.
Geeking already.
Here's a couple names you got.
Little
Come on.
Geekstein.
Come on,
You tweaking? Bro's tweaking.
bro. Bro is tweaking.
All right, Randy was the pass.
First
I'm gonna go
10.
Chris Carter, Viking.
Correct.
Dude,
Ooh. So I was gonna bring
Justin
that up.
Jefferson didn't get the 15. I thought he got the 15 this year.
He's been out a bunch of games a number of years.
Okay. All right. That's my bad then.
And he like this year, he had a good year, but like
See, I don't even know if Chris Carter would have been at my next thought. I would have thought maybe it was Randy Moss.
you're
Before
right.
his
But-
time in-
But they said it's as high. They said at the beginning it's the higher. So like if somebody has done it twice, they only take their higher season.
Okay, well that means that this one's not Tyreek Hill then, and we
Right,
we,
right,
we
right,
didn't we
right.
didn't
We
say
didn't know that.
Tyreek for Miami. We were just
Right.
guessing could it be him? Okay.
low key, I was thinking sneaky Adam Thielen.
Yeah, me too.
Oh
Putters for the boy who doesn't score putters.
Was it Thielen?
no, it was Chris Carter.
Oh
But
yeah,
he's
yeah, that's
saying-
right. That's
yeah.
right. That's right.
Give me Michael Irvin.
Incorrect.
Oh, okay, so it's not over for the Cowboys. Is it probably Dez then?
Dez would be my guess.
Okay.
Like who is it? CD? I'd take Dez over
So
CD.
we're
now.
8 for 10 right now, right?
Well,
oh, no, they didn't get.
no.
So we missed on the Panthers and we missed on the Vikings. Oh, but they didn't get the Cowboys yet. So we're 8 for 10.
Okay,
But
okay.
we're gonna be 8 for 11 whenever they get Dallas.
Right, right, right.
Damn. Right, 2 forgot.
Give me Des Bryant.
Correct.
Damn, I do keep
It is Dez.
Okay.
Okay.
breadcrumbs.
Let's go.
Dez. Was it a catch?
Yes.
Wasn't ruled a catch.
You got it, guys. You got it.
So they have
1 year.
Low strike
they have
catch.
8 left, and this video goes for another 5 minutes because it starts to get really hard.
Right.
We'll sit on that one.
You really made this game just so it could get down to the Packers guesses, didn't you?
Packers guys just happen to be like that. I can't control that. So many all-time greats.
Am I getting too cute here?
Going for the Packers already?
No. I'm not going for the Pack. For the Brown.
Wow.
I don't know the Browns.
Did he hit?
10.
I'm probably getting too cute here. I'm gonna say Braylon Edwards.
Josh Gordon didn't get the 15, did he? Like I
Well,
know.
and I think he's saying Braylon Edwards here too,
Oh,
which is a good.
Braylon
those
Edwards.
those are both good answers. I have no idea who it is, and I'd pick Josh Gordon honestly if I had to pick someone.
Edwards for the Brown.
Correct.
Let's go.
Braylon Edwards had 15 for the Browns. I never would have gotten
Yeah,
there.
Joey V was in his
We should have had Chad here.
going nuts. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
See, and that's bad too because that is when I was in college.
Right.
Like that, I should have.
but
known
I
that
just
one.
I don't I mean, I know he was really good that
Well, in the Browns, like some of those years, they were playoff teams. Those years, so
Derek
like, that
Anderson,
makes sense.
right?
Yeah.
Derek Anderson. Wow. Okay.
got
I
smoked
that
by
is the
the
one I
Steelers.
for sure didn't know about. So there you go.
All right, guys. We got to lock the fuck in.
Dwayne Bowe. Chiefs.
Locked in.
Damn.
It is Dwayne Bowe.
Oh man,
Nice. Okay. So at least the name we were throwing out there. The
Right,
Browns
right.
one is the only one that we weren't like.
that was one.
Yeah.
Right, that we weren't on it.
So locked.
Give me Sterling Sharp.
Woo!
That's where I was
Got
going
like the
next.
4th most ever in a season.
Yes. Sterling Sharp.
For you.
New Hall of Fame electee,
Last
Sterling
one.
Sharp.
Y'all need to chill though, because there's no tiebreaker here. Just
T.O. Niner.
yeah, you sitting up there.
Yes.
long.
Yeah, that's
I
Dude.
forgot.
Okay, so this is Jamar Chase, though. I'm pretty sure he had like 17 this year. 17
yeah,
or
it would
18
have
this
to
year.
be.
The last Packer, we're going with Donald Driver, right?
That's who I'm going with. I mean, I don't.
And
I don't
Falcons,
know.
Julio, Dolphins, Clayton.
Right.
All right, let's see where it goes.
I
Need to
didn't
look
even
up
see
Donald
that
Looks
one.
like the other
Yeah.
hangs. That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
that just
Like I thought you guys rip them in the beginning.
yeah. Well, it kind of got camoed with the hangs. Hank.
Gut, lock in again.
Packer.
I feel like I'm gonna get too cute.
To this day.
AJ Green Bengal. Damn.
Gang. Anthony.
Kind of like that one to be honest. But if it ain't AJ,
Baby.
I guess it's got to be Ocho.
No.
Fuck. I didn't think it was Ocho, but
No strikes, Nick. You gonna keep it? You gonna stay there?
Oh, he had a huge year. I'm gonna go with Jordy.
For the final Packer. I'm Bang.
Oh, okay.
there
So it
we
was
go.
Jordy Nelson,
Yeah.
not Donald Driver. Okay, so 2 for 3 on that with all the options that we had thrown out is not too bad.
No, that's not bad.
And Jordy Nelson was mentioned, so
Yeah.
I knew he had a big year. Honestly, I was thinking it was going to be Javon Walker.
Okay, yeah.
But that's okay. Great. Yeah, man, so many Packers wide receivers.
I should have just went Jordy.
I wanted you to guess Donald so bad.
3 for
Jamar
3
Chase
on
is so easy. I can't believe that one's still sitting there.
Would you have guessed Sterling?
As a team.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you weren't getting Sterling.
Why not?
So you forgot about him.
I've closed out games with
You
Sterling
were guessing
before.
Driver over Sterling.
Not anymore.
Not.
Oh, we got the Dolphins one.
Okay, so it's between 2 Finns. Mark Clayton.
Come on. He's got you.
All right, cool.
got us.
Yeah, all right. Good call on that. I wasn't sure what direction to go there.
So I
didn't-
just went back to just the sheer number. Dan Marino threw so many touchdowns. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
With that.
And of course, the Marx Brothers were just before my time of really getting into that. Obviously, I'm a big fan of watching their highlights, but I never dove deep to see if anyone ever had 15 or more touchdowns in a season. So Mark Clayton is the go-to for that. So we're left with the Bengals and Falcons. Bengals, I'm 99.9% certain it's Jamar Chase, and I think it was this year.
What is he not?
Well, it could have been the other.
You guys will logic.
Just
And jump through here so that we're
I
not
get
listening
it.
to them just talk and
Chris.
oh, okay.
Don't get this.
Oh, that was kind of think that the Bengal surprise TJ Hushmanzada.
Surprise, I can't do it for
Fuck.
you.
Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a Falcon, Andre Rison.
Fuck.
It is.
Damn.
Andre Rison. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, nowhere close on that because I was
No.
thinking Julio, Roddy White. I don't think it was Peerless Price, but
Right.
Julio and Roddy are the 2 big ones that stick out to me there. So Andre Rison would not have gotten that.
No.
Heard of him,
Right.
but would not have popped into my head. So, all right. So the last one is honestly they're
Should-
gonna drop a lot of F-bombs when they get to it. So let's see.
I didn't think
Glad to
AJ was
guess
going to
on
be
the
a guess.
Bengals.
I thought Jamar, AJ, Chad. Or, sorry, Jamar, Chris, Chad. Nightcap. All right. Who won the first one?
I think Tony did.
I don't even remember what the first one was.
We got a 1-1. Didn't have that.
No, I know.
Okay.
I figured that out.
Didn't need it.
That is Carl Pickens.
Cool.
Didn't have that in your bag.
I don't know why they're talking about Carl Pickens.
Okay. I got.
But you
Oh,
were
right.
on the team game. You contributed the most. I counted. All right. Nick
Oh,
Jones is
so I'm just looking now. This video came out last year. So if it was
Oh.
Jamar Chase this year,
Oh, okay.
it wasn't. So maybe it was Carl Pickens. Maybe
Right.
that is the
Right.
answer there. I thought this was a recent thing. So apologies for that. Also, probably why Justin Jefferson was not mentioned.
That could be, yeah.
And
yeah.
it was Chris Carter. So that important side note there that video came out over a year ago now. So, all right. Do you like something like that, or do you want to go back the filter route?
I
What's
do. I kind of like those. I kind
okay.
of like the
something like that?
drawing our names off them. Yeah.
Here's a fun one. Here, let's.
Who's the only current NFL starting quarterback whose first and last name starts with the same letter? There's only one of them. 1 minute, go.
Okay.
we're not gonna do the time limit. We're just
Right.
gonna think about it. So, let me.
Letter.
I'm gonna pause.
So
There's only one of them. 1 minute.
All right. So, well, they have the team names up there. It should be pretty easy, right? So
let's see.
I'm looking through. Why is this taking so long? I feel like this should have been really easy. I thought this would be a layup.
Right. So let's see. It's not
So,
Kyler Murray.
Not Kyler,
It's
not
not-
Kirk or Penix.
Right.
So this was posted in November. So
Okay,
this
it's
season.
not Lamar.
It's not Lamar. It's not Josh. It's not
Bryce.
Bryce
Right.
or Andy.
Right.
Right.
It's
It's not Caleb Williams. It's not
Right.
Joe Burrow. It's not
whoever the Browns are.
right. Deshaun Watson, Dorio. Yeah, no, it's not him. It's not Dak.
It's not Bo
It's not Bo
Nix.
Nix. It's not Jared Goff. It's not Jordan Love. It's not CJ Stroud. It's not Anthony Richardson or Joe Flacco. It's
Right.
not Trevor Lawrence or Mac Jones. It's not Patrick Mahomes. It's not Gardner Minshew or Aiden O'Connell.
Right.
It's not Justin Herbert. It's not Matt Stafford. Oh, it's Tua. See, this
Right.
is why we struggle with trivia sometimes.
Right.
All right. Okay, so that was a quick and easy
Yeah,
one.
that's a good one.
So that one was Tua. It's the only current NFL starting quarterback whose first and last name starts with the same letter. All right. Kind of silly. Let me see if I can possibly pull up another from these guys. Because despite their swearing half the time, they have usually pretty good ones here. So let me see what else I can pull up. I don't want to do anything with kickers. Something like best of both, maybe.
Oh man,
I don't like. I haven't seen these, so I don't even know what they're talking about. Rookies and more. Rookie count. C+ rushers. Playoff. Something with the playoffs. What do you think? B+ receivers.
let's do playoffs.
Playoffs. All right. Let's see what they say.
We have another trivia, and it is before the divisional round kicks off this weekend. Can you name 20 flex players, wide receiver, running backs, tight ends, that scored the most PPR fantasy points during last year's playoffs?
So what
Okay, so last year's playoffs. So,
is this from this? This is
so
from this year.
This just came out in January before this year's playoffs, but we're talking last year's.
Right.
Okay, so a 49 running back, that's got to be Christian McCaffrey.
Yes.
Chiefs tight end, Travis Kelce.
Right.
Chiefs running back, Pacheco, I'm guessing, from last year.
Yes.
From when I say last year, I mean the 2023 NFL season, 2024 playoffs, because that's what they're asking about. Kansas City wide receiver last year was that Rashee Rice?
Probably.
Lions wide receiver and Amon-Ra, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Lions running back. Oh, they're both on here. So Gibbs and Montgomery are probably both going to be on here. Vikings running back would have been
the guy they just signed.
Well, no, Aaron Jones only played this year.
Oh yeah. Oh, who was the guy?
Is it the guy who went to the Raiders this year? The backup
yeah,
to
the guy who had
Dalvin
been
Cook
the
for all those
backup,
years?
yeah.
Oh my gosh, what was his name? Madison.
Yeah.
Alexander Madison, right? So Lions tight end is Sam Laporta.
Yeah.
We did the second. Green Bay wide receiver, is that Christian Watson? Or was it someone else?
I think it would be Watson.
Okay. Cowboys tight end. It's not Dalton Schultz. He moved on.
No.
I can't think of the Cowboys tight end right now.
Yeah, I had him.
Bucks
So
receiver
did nothing.
is, I'm guessing Mike Evans over Chris Godwin.
Probably. Well, who's the next
Tight
one?
end.
Tight end.
Is that Otten or someone else? Kate Otten?
Yeah.
Not sure on that one. Texans wide receiver is Nico Collins because Tank Dell was hurt, right?
Right.
Rams wide receiver last year, was it Puka or was it Cooper?
I thought it was Puka.
I'll go Puka. 3 49ers wide receivers. So Debo, Ayuk, and Jennings.
Yeah.
Bills wide receiver last year would have probably been Diggs, right?
Yeah.
So, and then the other Lions wide receiver, did Jameson Williams do a lot in the playoffs last year? Or could it be like Khalif Raymond? Or
I go with Jameson.
Can you think of the Cowboys tight end's name? I can't off the top of my head. That one's.
And it's going to drive me nuts when I hear it.
All right, let's see how many of these we got.
I think we can.
You guys can work together?
I can do this in 7 strikes.
I think I can do this by myself.
Based on the list, you guys will have 1 strike.
We can eat one? Cool.
You can eat 1.
Triple oakberry? Triple oakberry with a side of playa?
Down.
All right.
Okay. Whenever you guys are ready to rip.
All right, 101, we definitely got to go, Jawan.
Feels good.
No.
Juwan Jennings is on the list.
Oh, wow. That was
Dude,
not-
Super Bowl?
Yeah.
He was about to win MVP.
Oh, that's
C-Mac.
true. C-Mac.
Feels good.
Feels good.
Yeah, that feels great.
Travis Kelce.
Feels good.
Yeah, that feels awesome.
Checkies.
Feels good.
Wait.
Hey, if I hear it feels good, it's going.
It feels
Like,
good.
I'm not playing those games.
Jameer Gibbs?
Feels good.
Feels
Jake
good.
Ferguson,
Wait,
3 touchdown game.
Feels good.
Vikings weren't in the playoffs last year.
That's supposed to be a Packer.
Good to know. Good to know.
Oh,
Yeah, tell Simon to lock in.
Yeah, that feels like it's supposed to be A.J. Jones. Feels good.
Yeah.
Jake Ferguson also felt good.
Jake Ferguson.
Still feels good today.
That Rams receiver's got to be Puka, right? Yeah, that big rookie
This
game.
should have been
Right.
0 strikes.
Pookie.
Y'all fucked up.
I didn't realize
Sam
he had
Laporta.
also.
Okay, I think we've gotten them all so far, right? Well, we couldn't think of the name
Montgomery.
Ferguson, but
Amon-Ra,
Well, the one-
St. Breezy.
All right. The other 2.
the one what?
I thought they said the one thing was messed up. It was supposed to be something else.
Well, I think on their end,
Oh,
it was supposed to be
okay,
Green
okay,
Bay,
okay,
and they
okay,
had
okay,
Minnesota.
okay.
Niner receivers. I mean, we did Juwan, so does it just have to be Ayuk and Debo? Would there be any other receiver that had like a big play or some shit?
Feels double good. No. Like yes, but no.
Double ski skirt?
Ski skirt.
Dub.
It's got to be either Buffalo or Texan, right?
The logo is based on last year, not where they're playing right now.
Yes.
Or was it like
Let's
Khalil?
hold. Yeah, let's hold off and let's get all the ones we're.
How many
sure
games
about.
did Buffalo play last year in the playoffs? Two.
Nico?
I mean, Tank was dead, and they didn't have anyone else.
Yeah,
right?
Nico feels good.
All right, K. Dotton's got to be the 10.
Is he like who's the tight end?
It's for sure, Cade.
K. Don feels good.
Devin Cole?
Dude, that's what I was thinking.
Receiver's got to be Rashi, right?
K.
Workout,
Dotton.
End of year.
Rashi Rice feels so good.
Feels good. Packer. Who had the big game with Love? Was it
I thought
Dobbs?
it was Dobbs.
Was Dobbs, right?
Was it
It
Romeo?
was Dobbs.
Yeah.
We didn't just get a random Watson.
I feel
game, did
pretty
we?
good.
Well, they had 2 games.
2 games.
They kicked the shit out of the Cowboys and then lost to the Niners.
Yeah.
My dad will love that.
Big game
I-
against the Cowboys.
He had a big game.
Yeah. I feel like
But
he
it
scored
might
2
have been like
touchdowns.
4 receptions.
I feel like he went like 4 for 90 and 2 touchdowns.
Was it
Okay.
Dubs?
You think you think he scored twice?
I'm not positive.
They did.
Feels
I feel
right,
like
though.
everyone had a good game against the
I
Cowboys.
like Dobbs. That would have been my guess.
Okay, I'm down.
Is there anything easier? All right, Buccaneers. Who'd the Bucks lose to last year?
No, they beat the
Philly,
Eagles.
They
Or they beat-
lost to Detroit.
Oof.
It's got to be Mike Evans, I feel like. Godwin was a cone last year.
Was, but
Over
it's a
1,000 yards last
one
year.
game sample
2 game
size, 2 game
sample
sample size.
I think I would still. I mean,
It's Evans or bust.
we all lean Evans. We're
Yeah.
just like trying to be sharp, and I don't know if any of us actually remember it.
What about Tompkins?
Ooh. Thomp,
What
thomp.
about Thompers?
Mike Evans feels good.
We can eat one.
Oh, we did get a strike.
Just
though.
answer the
Forgot about
question.
that.
So you want to go Dobbs feels good?
That's the one we'd probably have to eat one.
Well, Lions is going to be tough, too.
Us? Not
Right,
yet.
that's what we said. Then second Lions wide receiver
Always
after
Dobbs
Amon
shots
Ra.
in the room.
Fuck it. Dobbs. Feels good.
Remember my Dontavian Wicks legacy cash? Anytime touchdown?
No,
Remember that?
it wasn't that.
Well, it stops.
Oh.
Oh man. Okay, so we
I
got that one
can't
wrong. We
believe
said
you
Christian
remember
Watson was Romeo Dubs.
I don't
Wicks.
remember it, but
I
like,
had Wicks,
believe
and
it.
I was like, yeah, that's.
All right.
Let me see.
And it,
I
You
know.
got
I'm gonna
Watson.
scrub through here.
Oh.
Okay, there. So they get this
Yeah.
second Lion one here. Let's see what they say.
One of
Who
those
was
two.
the woes
who?
in the NFC Championship?
Josh
Josh Reynolds. Like
Oh.
drop.
It was personal. Would you fucking
No,
bet him?
I remember me and Gut were watching. And we're like,
Okay.
they were selling.
Then it's probably JMO then.
I'm
right?
down to rip JMO.
JMO feels good.
JMO.
All right.
Okay,
That
let's
was
just go
Jamison
Jamison.
Williams.
Strikes
Okay.
good, yeah.
Stephon Diggs
So
feels-
last one is the Bills. I feel like that
Good
has to be
Stay
Diggs,
in the
right?
goalpost. All right.
No
Make sure to
Diggs,
check
no
us
That
out
was
on
Vince
TikTok.
McMahon. It's been too.
Play it back on tape.
Hey, if I hear it feels good, it's going.
It feels
Like
good.
I'm not playing no games.
No, Gabe Davis was actually the woke guy.
Yeah, no one confirmed that at all.
That's insane.
Okay, dude.
But thank you for telling us that was incorrect.
It's
Agree.
Khalil.
It's Khalil. That feels good, JMO.
That he locked in.
Yeah, well, that would have been the right answer.
Wow, you're a fucking fraud.
That was
You're a
That's
fucking
bad.
fraud.
Oh my. Yeah. All right. I kind of want to try one more here. Well, let me see what else we got. What else we got going
In the history
on?
of the
Oop,
NFL, there have only
didn't-
been 19
no, we already
wide
did that
receivers
one.
ever.
Don't want that one. Let's see what else we got. Oh, here we go. This is
What
is
NHL
good.
team's logo only has one color in it?
Huh. There'd be shades of the same color?
No, it's just straight up.
Oh,
Wow.
Just
One color. One color in an NHL logo.
Okay.
One color in it.
So, well, I guess how does that even work though? Because I was gonna say Red Wings, but they're red and white. One color,
Maybe it's the Red Wings.
but that's not one color. That's two colors.
White is all colors. 'Cause- 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 'cause
Okay, yeah. This is only 38 seconds long, so there's a few that jump to mind because the Tampa Bay Lightning are also only blue and white, though.
Yeah. Are they silver? Is there a silver in there? But like Maple Leafs are just, or is there red in the Maple Leafs somewhere?
Straight up.
Wow.
Oh.
So who's that going to be?
I think has 2 colors.
Yeah, Flames have 2.
Damn. Like one shade of one color? Like it's one
color.
It's one color.
One color. They got a shit logo.
God damn.
Because the Detroit is just red and white.
Different shades of green.
Yes.
Okay.
Toronto is just blue and white.
There's so many teams in the NHL who have like different versions of their logo that sometimes I don't know what their primary is.
Man, that's so weird. Definitely never thought of this before. I don't know.
What NHL team's logo?
Oh, they're not going to give us the
I
answer?
hate when they do
Oh,
that.
I can't.
Same color?
No, it's just.
Oh,
straight up.
over on the side, they check mark Tampa Bay Lightning.
I think has 2 colors in it.
Okay, so we can consult.
this.
We
Let's
can
look.
consult, and so I'm gonna go to sportslogos.net because that's the best place to go for reference when it comes to this.
I'm only kind of
So,
surprised it's not your homepage.
This is
Where-
Chris Kramer's sports. Oh, what? Did I not type it in correctly? I thought maybe I forgot the S or something. Here we go. All right, so professional hockey, National Hockey League, Tampa Bay Lightning. Where you at? So
Okay.
that is the logo, but now is it not
I'm
white? Is it
guessing-
only
I'm
because it's
guessing-
white because it's the
Yeah, I'm
background?
guessing the white background is just like that. That would be the same if it was on like a black shirt or something like that.
So let's
Yeah, I don't know.
I was gonna try to paste it, see what happened when if it's in there correctly. It should be. Okay, so maybe that's right. Maybe then. Yeah, well, let's see. Those are primary dark logo. Huh. Okay. All right.
I wouldn't have gotten that though. With thinking about, like, because not thinking about the white as the background. Like, I don't know. I was thinking like maybe if there's like a shield. of
One
some kind where
NFL
there's
team has a
no
logo that
and,
faces
like, negative space in it.
You should get this immediately.
What team is it?
Oh, I know this
That's a
one.
good question. Interesting.
I
None
know
of the
it, and I
teams
can tell
obviously
you
that
why.
have letters are going to be facing left.
Bills.
It's only the Eagles.
Buffalo
It is
Bills.
only the Eagles, and it's
What
because
do-
if
see,
you look
now-
at the feathers, they form an E.
I'm an idiot.
I don't know. Damn it.
One NFL team.
So I don't like that in the video itself they don't give you the answer, but
Right.
all the responses are
Right, yeah.
Eagles, and that's what it is. I also knew that one off the top of my head. I'm interested to see this one now.
What NFL team is named after a thing that does not exist?
I'm guessing
What you
Seahawk,
possibly mean by
because
that?
the Seahawk is not
Excuse
a real
me?
thing.
Is a Raider a thing?
It's not.
Are
It
named
doesn't
after that
exist.
Meat packers from the Acme plant.
There's only one.
There's only one.
But then I know
God.
Bengal tiger exists
Like,
in the world.
a
Steelers
Titan doesn't
thing,
technically exist.
Patriots out
Oh,
there.
in
I don't even
terms
have
of like
one
a
that's
real life
that I
thing.
can get,
Right.
'cause everything
Neither
is
does a giant.
like an animal, pretty much.
Dolphins are real. Dolphins are real. Steelers? No. Packers?
No, they're
They're named
they're
after the
meat
Acme.
Oh my god.
I'm fairly certain that one is the
What
Seattle
NFL team is
Seahawks. So, we just did that one. Okay, this is a fun one.
3 NFL teams have their names in their primary logo. Who are the teams?
Commanders.
It's not the Commanders. It's just a W.
Yeah, they just have the W.
So let's look at this let's go division by division. So it's not the Patriots. It's not the Bills.
Right.
It's not the Dolphins. And the Jets.
Yeah.
So the Jets are one. So the NFC East, it's not the Eagles. It's not the Cowboys. It's not the Commanders. And it's not the Giants. They're just NY, right?
Correct.
They have in the
Correct.
past been
They have
Giants, but
been
they're
in
not
the
now.
past.
So right now it's just the Jets.
Right.
AFC North, Steelers. Right, it says Steelers inside the circle.
Does it?
With the diamonds, or they're not diamonds, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I forget what the name of those geometric shapes are. Steelers, because it used to say steel.
Okay.
And they expanded it to be all Steelers, I believe. It's not the Ravens. It's not the bang, because I'm like confusing myself with the helmet. It's because it's just a B, right? It's not even the leaping Bengal anymore. It's just a B. It's not the Browns because it is just the helmet. So we have 2.
Right.
So AFC South, it's not the Jaguars, it's not the Colts, it's not the Titans, it's not the Texans.
Right.
So AFC. Oh wait, I did.
We
AFC South. I meant to do NFC North. It's not the Packers. It's not the Vikings. It's not the Bears. And it's not the Lions.
Right.
So NFC South.
It's not the Falcons.
Not the Falcons. Not the Panthers. Not the Saints.
Not the Bucks.
We're not the Bucks. So now we're out west, right?
Right.
So it's not the Chiefs. It's not the Chargers. Oh, does it say Raiders?
It does. I think it does.
On the
say
Shield?
Raiders. Yeah.
So I think it's probably Las Vegas. It's not the Broncos. So then, no, 49ers is SF, not the saloon script. So, and it's not the Seahawks, it's not the Cardinals, and it's not the Rams. So it must be Raiders. So it's Jets, Steelers, Raiders.
Yeah.
Let's see. But if they don't give you the answer,
Nope. What do you mean? What do you mean they don't have the
Steelers don't. Steelers.
there it is. Okay, they are going to give it to us.
Okay, because in my
I forget what those are called. Like
where does it say Bill?
prismoidic something.
Washington football team, the Washington Commanders.
Nope.
No,
I almost wanted
not.
to say the 49ers, but there's just SF.
49ers.
So it was the same thought process that we've had.
Jets. There we go. Raiders, Jets.
Vikings, Bears.
The Bucks.
Not the Rams. Can't be the Rams because there's just the C. I was literally just looking at NFL logos 2 seconds ago. Chiefs. It's Jets, Steelers. Who's the third?
The Raiders do too. At the top.
Yes.
Nailed it. All right.
NFL teams
So,
have their names in their primary logo. Who are the
I wish there was an easier, better way to do the filter ones that we started with because that's a lot of fun. Let me see. Maybe we can do one more before we go. See if there's any quick ones.
Well, do you have to look those on your phone?
I do.
Okay.
Just trying to remember the ones that I saved.
Was there one you sent me?
Yeah.
That you're like, I'm saving this for.
That's right. I did send you one. I wonder if it was talking about how I know you don't have TikTok, but I want to document
Whenever
this
the
for
kids
the
ask,
show.
they're like, do you have TikTok?
Oh,
I'm
it
like,
was the one that we did.
Oh,
it was the one.
I'm
that
like,
we
I'm
did.
too old.
So that Orthomers does a bunch of them. Okay, so this is kind of there's a little bit of there. It's fast. It's called climbing the ladder. So what you do is, but I think they go in after the fact to do it. Okay. Well, we can come up with our own thing here. So they're going to put a logo on my head here.
Okay.
And we're going to blind rank them. And let's go. Do you want to do something alphabetical or do you want to do how good they were this past year? How good we think they're going to be next year?
Let's do.
But it's a blind ranking, so you don't know what's coming next.
Let's rank them how we think they'll be next year.
Okay. All right. So
because free agency starts soon. So
right.
All
right.
would be
So
great.
we're not going to start with the Lions. I'm going to spin it here one more time. So here we go. I think I have to start recording. All right. So our first poll are the San Francisco 49ers. So where do we think the 49ers will be? We're only getting 10 teams out of the 32.
I'm going to put them. I put them.
So entering this year, they probably would have been a top 4.
Right. I think they'll be
5, 6.
I put them at 5.
All right, we're gonna put them at 5. All right, up next, the Los Angeles Chargers.
I put them at.
I don't know if they're gonna be as good as they were this year.
I think 9. I think
you think that low.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, we'll go.
You don't have to do that.
No, I'm whatever. I'm the Indianapolis Colts. Are they gonna be better than the LA Chargers?
No, I put them at 10.
So we backed ourselves into a corner
we have
here.
really backed ourselves into a corner here.
All right. The Denver Broncos. I could see them being better than the Chargers.
Yeah.
Are they going to
Not
be
a lot
better
better.
than the 49ers?
No.
So you think 6, 7?
Let's put them at 7. That gives us wiggle room at 8.
So when I'm done here, I should take a screenshot so we can revisit this in the future.
Oh, gosh.
The Falcons.
7. Or
we already
8,
have
sorry, 8.
Yeah,
8.
I think you have to go
Yeah,
there. That
'cause
could
I
be
don't think they're as
right
good
now.
as-
I'd like to flip them with the Chargers.
This is gonna be
This is
bad.
going off the rails.
6.
Las Vegas Raiders. We got to put them at 6. I don't feel good about it though. Oh, Seahawks. Oh
4.
man, they're going to 4. We're leaving our top 3 open. This is going off the rails quickly.
Okay.
All right,
that
I'm
goes.
not fine with that. I'm gonna go. What do you think?
3.
2 or 3?
Let's do it at 2. That way we can just kind of go one way or the
I mean, your son would be happy.
Yeah, he'd be thrilled.
Okay. We'll put them at 3. Who's our number 1 team for 2025? Oh, okay. Well, that kind of
worked out.
That kind of worked out. All right, that's not too bad. Let's take the screenshot and see how that works out in the end. All right,
gosh.
so we're going to end on that note. I know a bit of a random show here, not something we're used to, and I apologize for the language used in some of the videos that I was streaming, but it's a lot of fun. And if there was a better way to communicate this or for me to document it without seeing it, because I could watch those videos, but then it would only be you playing.
Right, right,
If
exactly.
I debuted it. So, but it was fun. Something different here in the NFL offseason. But anything you want to say? Any shout outs? Anything you want to mention?
No, not that I can think.
I want to belated happy birthday to my Uncle Dennis celebrating a few days ago. Happy birthday to him. We got a bunch of March birthdays coming up that we'll talk about on next shows. We will have a show next Sunday, March 16th, day before St. Patrick's Day. It is Selection Sunday, so we get our March Madness stuff up and running. Also want to congratulate Wilson boys and girls basketball still
Yes,
alive in the state tournament. We had the girls swimming win district championship about a week ago.
McCaden Spees took 4.
Yeah, some good Wilson
States.
wrestlers, including McCaden Spees. So awesome job there. And
Yeah, I think swimming has states this week too. So,
okay, so
yeah,
a lot of good stuff coming up.
I think
if
the
you're
girls
a Wilson.
have a couple like 1 seeds for the relays. Or
Awesome,
something like that too.
awesome,
Yeah.
and also not just Wilson athletics, Penn State athletics,
Yes.
looking good.
Wrestling is tearing up in the Big Ten championship finals right now.
So they have Penn State has 6 in the finals.
6 in the finals. They had 3 guys take 3rd, I believe.
Okay.
This afternoon. And 1 would.
So they're guaranteed 9 top 3 finishes.
I believe so.
And men's hockey swept Michigan to advance to the Big Ten
I saw that
semifinals.
You sent me the thing. I think they're basically a couple of nightmare scenarios away from essentially being a lock for the NCAA
tournament,
And
right?
the women clinched their
Women won their conference tournament and are in the women's ice hockey championships, national championships, the Frozen Four tournament. Men's lacrosse had a big comeback win over number 3
Yes.
Cornell in
Yes, they did.
overtime.
They're down 3 with 5 minutes left. And
Yeah, it was like 12-8 with 4.5 to play or something
on
like
the road at number 3 Cornell.
Right. Softball swept their tournament. Men's baseball's off to a ridiculous start, and Wilson graduate Maddie Van Ostenbridge
got the home start.
got the home opener start. So a lot of awesome stuff happening with Wilson and Penn State, and Justin and I are really honed in on the wrestling right now because 2 weeks from yesterday we will be at the national championships in
crazy.
Philadelphia, and we're gonna get to watch. Well, 10 Penn State wrestlers are competing in the championships. I don't know how many
That
we'll get
would
to
be
see.
insane. That
But if
would
we're
be
seeing 10, that's a good sign because we are going to the
Oh my
final session.
Right, yeah.
We are going to get to see, hopefully, I'm hoping at least 3, but I would love to see 4 to 6
Right,
Nittany
right,
Lions
yeah.
crowned individual champions.
Yeah, they've
So-
got a lot of contenders, so we'll see.
All right. Well, thanks for sticking with us through some pre-tech trouble and a new attempt at bringing some social media to the show. If you enjoyed that, give us a follow at Joe Mays and J-Raff across most of the social media platforms, or find me at Coach Joe Mays on Twitter, and visit jmnjrradio.com for more. We'll be back in 1 week. That's it for the Joe Mays and J-Raff show this week, though. Episode 414 in the books. We'll see you again in a week. Thanks for joining us.
That's a wrap on this episode of the Joe Mays and J-Raff Show, brought to you by Mays Sandwich Shop. You can watch each weekly episode live on Facebook, Periscope, or YouTube. Be sure to like, follow, or subscribe to the show on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and Google Play. You can also rate and review us on many of these platforms as well. We'd love to hear from you. Send your emails to the Maze Sandwich Shop inbox at joemazeandjraff@gmail.com. The Joe Maze and J-Raff Show is a part of the JMNJR Radio Network, home to other productions such as the Bulldog Hour, Tangents with Friends, and Nat Chats with Dad. Until next time.